Galactic event has reached the next phase.
Warp drive module has been activated.
Welcome back, Commander.
Warp drive module is cooling down. Warp drive module is cooling down. Warp drive module is cooling down.
Chapter 1. The Eye of the Solar System.
Cool. The folks at Lagrange Campfire Hub handed me this diary from Earth as a gift. Here's my first diary entry on paper. The rustle of the pen and paper gives a comforting sense of control, almost a ritualistic vibe. If I press down a bit further, the ink bleeds into the yellowish wood fibers. Honestly, this old-fashioned yet simple method of writing is quite fascinating. Today's journey began amidst a flurry of urgent alarms, forcing me to hurriedly part ways with my father and daughter in my dreams.
Heading to
I
the
quickly
target
put on my
location.
glasses and darted to the monitor. On the screen, as dark as spilled ink, a huge eye sparkled, kind of like a pearl floating in the middle of a deep red starry circle, giving off this soft, ghostly blue hue. I took a quick glance at the star atlas, and sure enough, it was the storm Neptune. People on ancient Earth had named it after the god of the sea, Neptune. And boy, did it live up to its name. Right after that, I adjusted the course to steer clear of the Adam's ring. The alarm finally died down. After I managed to catch my breath, a whole new vista opened up. There, not far above Neptune, was this luminous behemoth. And as I got in closer, what looked like a tiny flashing stars around, it started to sharpen into focus. There were beacons in the night, ushering in transport fleets from every side. They all seemed to be heading towards the factories built around this megastructure. From these factories, countless UAVs zipped in and out of the huge triangular structure, moving like a swarm of bees. At that moment, my curiosity turned into sheer admiration. I bet this was that Stargate Prox was talking about over the Lagrange campfire hub. She was so pumped when she said, "Just imagine, if it's successful, we will be able to zip right through the Stargate and land on the Proxima just like that." Going from our solar system to Proxima Centauri and back in a blink of an eye, and skipping the risky decades-long voyages. I can't quite wrap my head around that. When the time
We
comes,
are on the way.
will the forebears on Earth still recognize the kids from Proxima? And what about our languages, our arts, our calendars, heck, even our religions? Will they clash or come together? So, I don't need to dream anymore. The ship was already on its way. The seemingly bottomless center of the Stargate, like a massive pupil, kept drawing me in. Perhaps, in
Warp
due
drive
time,
module has been
those of us in
activated.
the solar system might be reaching out to touch the stars out there. Chapter 2. Umbriel's Coincidence. During our video chat this morning, before hanging up, Prox said, "Hey Gilma, when you swing by Uranus, don't forget to drop by our High Energy Space Research Institute." She's such a lively young lady. Actually, Prox was the one who welcomed us at the Lagrange campfire hub. Nowadays, whether you are on Earth or Proxima,
Heading to the target
chances are
location.
you will come across folks named Proxima, Earth, or Return. Funny enough, my daughter's name was Prox as well. Or to be exact, Proxima, as in Proxima Centauri. It's been decades. I wonder what she looks like now.
Activating warp drive module.
Just hours before, we made it to the L4 point shared by Uranus and its Umbriel, the site of the Lagrange High Energy Space Research Institute. In essence, it's a colossal research complex. 4 extensive labs: the Warp Drive Institute, the Space Resonance Lab, and the Stargate Engineering Research Center come together to create the silver butterfly clinging to the side of Uranus when it's viewed from afar. Right after Prox registered our identities, we changed into the special research suits and headed to the Space Resonance Lab. On our way, we encountered numerous
We are on the
technicians, each with a different skin color. These leading figures of scientific and technological expertise throughout the solar system are laden with high hopes. but they still took a moment from their tasks to greet us warmly. At the Space Resonance Lab, we were presented with preserved data and footage from the successful space resonance experiment. I was taken aback to learn that this revolutionary breakthrough was essentially due to a random coincidence. I heard that it was simply because the Institute's director was named Lagrange. It reminds me of an old legend from the ancient
Destination
Earth.
confirmed.
Some people say Mendeleev might have envisioned the structure of the periodic table in his dreams. Though we can't verify such a
Warp
rumor.
drive module has
It's
been
clear that
activated.
behind all great discoveries, tagged as coincidences, there are innumerable attempts. Who's to say that that isn't some form of inevitability? Considering this,
Activating
I am
warp
even
drive
more
module.
resolved to move forward into the future.
Warp drive module is cooling down. Activating warp drive module. We are on the way. Warp drive module is cooling down. We are on the way. Warp drive module has been activated. Activating warp drive module. Heading to the target location.